All right, everyone, and welcome back into the cave. That's right, it is Whaler Wednesday. But wait a minute, it's Thursday. What are you doing, bro? Coming at us here on a Thursday evening. And that's right, a little bit busy yesterday. Got stuck in a little bit of that late evening SoCal traffic. And of course, I had to take a little bit of a trip. So, unavailable to jump in there and do a show last night. But here we are, Thursday evening, and yes, it is Whaler Thursday. We're going to call it Whaler Thursday tonight. So, as always, great to have you. Let's hear a little bit of that Whaler song before we get started. And if you're unfamiliar with the Whaler song, this is the song that played when the Hartford Whalers either came out onto the ice or put a puck in the net. And yes, it's one of my favorites, Brass Bonanza. So once again, welcome on into the show. We have got a good one here tonight. This team really started to pick it up as we made our way into the end of the last episode, which was amazing. So, we're going to have some other stuff coming at you here shortly. Just kind of a little heads up. Been kind of experimenting with another show. And probably going to be getting that underway here in the next week or so. So, just pay attention to the channel. If you watch the channel, if you watch me on the replays or the reruns or whatever it is you watch me on, be sure to jump in. And if you don't like my show, try to catch some of the shorts. I do post quite a few shorts as well, whether it's right here on YouTube or you can catch me on TikTok at the Islander Fanatic as well. And of course, before we get into everything tonight, we want to make sure that since it's so early in the episode and some of you only make it to about 30 seconds in, be sure to like, subscribe, and be notified the next time that I'm going to be up and running, whether it's on the ice or on the field. The Fanatic will have an exciting one for you. Well, it could be Mondays, could be Wednesdays. Really hoping to keep it at Mondays and Wednesdays moving forward. So here we are. Let's go ahead and make our way into the office, and we will see what is up with the Hartford Whalers. So when we left off last episode, we had just come off of a 6-3 loss to the Pittsburgh Penguins, but we had picked up, I don't remember, maybe 10 points, not really sure. We are 14, 13, and 3, so that kind of tells you what is up with the club here. We're going to pull this. No, we're going to put that forward. Let's see. There we go. You can hear me with my microphone back there. But so we are 14, 13, and 3. Let's see what happened on last week's episode, shall we? So we know we lost to the Penguins. All right. We did take an OT loss to the New York Rangers, which you can see right there on the screen. A 3-2 win over the Kings. We had a win against Columbus. We had a loss against the lowly Canadians. And you know what? We can't say that about the real Canadians right now. They are up 4-2 in the third. So hopefully they keep playing that way. We also got our baseball scores right there along the bottom of the screen for you as we go tonight. My Yankees lost 2-0, but our New York Mets are up 2-1 as we speak. So hopefully they can pull off a victory against Washington, who they've been struggling with a little bit. I mean, they beat the bejesus out of them the other night, but then really played some not so good defense. And I believe it was the game last night or the night before. But you know what? That's baseball. This is hockey. This is the Whalers. Let's jump into this mess that we call the Hartford Whalers. So, as I mentioned several times already, we are 14, 13, and 3. And this is what we have coming up in tonight's episode. So, we will be taking on the Minnesota Wild. Okay, this one's at home. Then it's at home for Columbus. And then we head out on the road. So we're going to take on the Rangers, the Devils, and the Florida Panthers. So that's our first 5 of the episode, and everybody knows what the first 5 of the episode are. The first 5 of the episode our slow sims. So that's when we do our talking, our chatting. We try to come up with a nice topic for the evening, right? Little tea talk, whatever it is we're doing. Then we come home to take on Montreal, which is a little strange, right? So they go on the road, come home for one game, and then it's back out on the road. So this is game 6, then 7 against Dallas, 8 will be against St. Louis, 9 against the Philadelphia Flyers, and we'll finish up the episode at home against the Nashville Predators. So I wasn't paying too close attention to the records as I was scrolling through all this, but looking pretty similar to ours. Nashville 13-12, Philly has a good record, St. Louis an awful record, Montreal not so good, Dallas about a Hartford Whalers type of record. So who knows what can happen here on tonight's episode. Of course, we're shooting for 10. I'm going to shoot for 10. 10, if we get 10 points, that we finish about 19 and we'd say 18 to finish the episode. I'll take that. This team has to get going, though. We've definitely got to get going. And, you know, we just need some scoring. It's really what we need. You know, we've been sitting here blaming goaltending and all that stuff, and I just don't think that we can blame the goaltending every time for every loss. We really can't. All right? If we're losing games, it's got to be because we're not playing defense either. Even though we do have one of the best penalty kills in the league, but we give up a lot of goals. And it's easy to blame the goalie, but I don't think it's the goalie's. I don't think it's the goalie's fault. Okay, so now it's time to take a look at our starting lines for tonight's episode. So, if I have any viewers, feel free to throw in your thoughts when we talk about our starting lines for tonight's episode. Of course, on the top line, left winger, we do have P-Check. That's right. He's been there for a while. He's been here since the beginning. And he's been playing since the beginning, and right on that top line. I think we actually kind of bounced him around. Just noticed that on the screen. Good evening to my junior GM out there checking out the show. I appreciate you being here as always. Hopefully you got your swings in today and you're working on that game because it was looking pretty good last time I saw you. I shouldn't say pretty good. It was looking really good. So we got P-Check, top line left winger. We'll have Jimmy Lamoureux. He'll be at center on that top line. And, of course, Jacob the Professor Rodan. He'll be on the right wing on the top line. Now, we made some moves at the end of the last episode, and that's why he's there. And you can really kind of see it with Kelly being all the way down on the fourth line. Now, that could change tonight. That could easily change tonight. We might make a move to kind of bump him around. But I think we go with him on the third line. He's going to kind of hang with Connor Burns and Oscar Olofsson. And, of course, you know what? I stopped. I lost my train of thought. A little tired after sitting in the car for a little while. So let's get back to the lines, right? So our top line is P-Check, Jimmy, and the Professor. Then we have Zach Hyman, B-Walk, and Capo Caco. Now, Capo, he'll stay right where he is, okay? What I like about this line is B-Walk can score, Hyman can score, and Caco can kind of deliver the puck. So we're going to leave them right where they are. Connor Burns will be on the third line tonight. He'll be playing with Mr. Kelly and Oscar Olofsson. And on that fourth line, we have got Alexander Holtz, who we got in free agency. We've got Anze Kopitar at center. And, of course, we've got Isaac Captain Morgan. And if you're familiar with the old Captain Morgan commercials, I could just see him on the bench, knee, foot up, elbow on his knee. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So we got a question from the junior GM. Who do you think and who do you want to go to the Stanley Cup? Now, who I think and who I want, that's two different things, right? Who do I think is going to win the Stanley Cup? Well, based on their body of work throughout the regular season, I think you have to kind of be going with the Colorado Avalanche, right? I mean, they played so well all year. They're young, they're fast, they score, they play defense. I mean, they have one of the best, if not the best defenseman in the league. And that's talking to a Matthew Schaefer fan, okay? And Matthew Schaefer's young, and I know he's not the best in the league, but he did put on one hell of a show for the Isles this year. And then, of course, the offense, with McKinnon leading the way, they're just amazing. So I could see the Avalanche. I would put my money on the Avalanche. But who do I want to win the Stanley Cup? Well, there's only one Canadian team in the Final Four, and yeah, while I do live in the United States, I'm going to root for that Canadian team. So I might get only 11 views this week because I said that, but I'm pulling for the Montreal Canadiens. I am pulling for the Montreal Canadiens. I think it's going to be the Avalanche, but I want the Montreal Canadiens. So that's kind of where I stand right now. Taking a look at our defense here. We have got right here on the top line Mr. Mike No Fear Feeney, as always. Sergio Ibarra will play the right side. Second line will be Miles and Michael Fagan. So I was thinking, what if we did something a little different? Right? What if we bounced these two around? What if we went with Michael and Miles on the top line? Let them lead the way for this game. We're going to give Feeney and Ibarra a little bit of a break. Right? But no matter where we put these two guys, nothing changes. So we have got nobody on that third line. So that could be a move that we have to make. We go from 85 on the left line. Look at the left side. 85 Fagan, 85 Feeney to a 79. I think we might have to make a move to try to go out and get someone that can play and is more of an 82, 81 kind of third line guy. So again, we've tried to move Cody. We can't ever trade him. No one ever wants to make that trade. And, of course, I throw that out there, and now I'm sure that the junior GM will be asking me to trade the goalie. So, and here's who we have between the pipes. We'll have Spencer Knight holding it down. He's going to be our top goalie in tonight's episode. So we'll probably see him for, I would guess probably 7 of the games. More than likely 7 of the games. And, of course, Simon will be backing him up. Her numbers on the year are as such. She's been in 10 games, 4 wins, 239 saves, .89 save percentage. So the numbers have gotten better, but they are nowhere near what they were. You look at her early on. Her first season, she played in 63 games. And, I mean, her save percentage was never great. Her goals against average was never super great. But she played a lot more games that year. Second year, injury bug bit. She went 22 and 19. Third year, 29 and 27. So slowly dropping down the ladder. And that's why we went out and got Spencer Knight. So we take a look at his numbers throughout his career so far. And his first real full season was 2 seasons ago. He went 36 and 23. Now, the reason we went out and got him was because of his numbers last year. 42 and 13 on the season. Look at the save percentage and the goals against. Now look at it. So what is that? Is that our team or is that him as a player? I don't know. Or is it just a sim thing? Do we need to go out and get like a 79 overall goalie who's going to shock the shit out of us? Because usually that's what happens when you sim. That's usually what happens when you sim. Okay, so that's where we are with the starting lines, and that means it is time. It is time to get this show on the road. So our first game will be against the... let's go ahead and advance it. Oh, no, I think I just simulated that game. So they want to give us a defenseman. Okay, here we go. First off, boom. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? So they are offering us a defenseman right here. So Marino, let's see what he brings to the table. So Marino right now, I was just talking about this. What side does he play? Okay, what side does he play? He's a right defenseman. I don't want a right defenseman. So we're gonna pass. We're gonna pass on this. I'm not even gonna deal. So if you're catching this a couple seconds after I'm talking about it, don't even bother. Don't even bother. I'm not gonna take the deal. Yeah, we're gonna pass on that. Okay, so I didn't simulate through the game. That's good. So game 1 of the night is taking place at the Hartford Civic Center. And look who's between the pipes. The coach has made his decision. Simo will be holding it down in game number 1. All right. In 10 games played, 4 wins, .895 save percentage, and a 2.95 goals against average. So she's got it. She has got it. In the well, I hear I was just talking shit about her. Now I say she's got it, but she's got the job tonight. There we go. That sounds better. Philip Gustafson will be holding it down for the Minnesota Wild. They're 13-12-4, so I believe we have a chance to get a win here. Taking a look over here on the right side, goals for per game, just about even between the two teams, 3.1, 3.0. Goals against, 3.1, 3.1. Power play percentage. Our power play percentage is a little bit better. Not a whole lot, but a little bit better. On the penalty kill, we are at 86.1%. We're currently third in the NHL. So congratulations to the Whalers, who could not do that worth a lick for like the first 2 seasons. We are currently third in the league. Your scoring leader for the Whalers is Jimmy Lamoureux, 26 points so far. And, of course, Kirill Kaprizov with 35 points. So congratulations to him on a hot start. Alrighty. Interesting. Okay, so there we go. All right. Sorry, I got thrown off a little bit there. I'm looking at something else on the screen as I'm trying to do my thing here. Just hang tight. Hang tight. Throw a comment up there if you're if you dare. If you dare. So I've been doing some really random stuff with emails lately because, you know, started on a new venture, and let me tell you, it's messed things up here on the old phone. So as I've been what is the topic tonight? Oh, I don't know. I didn't even think about that. I haven't even thought about that. What the topic is. Let's try this. So I'm sitting here trying to sign into my account so I can actually answer you without having to talk to you. And that is not working. So, yeah, it's a bummer. I can't do it. I cannot be involved in my own chat. Okay, so, all right, we're just going to play the game, and I'm going to answer you as you send it to me right here. I can see that on the screen. Unfortunately, I cannot type tonight. So, I mean, I can't type any night. I really can. I'm pretty awful at typing. That's not true. I'm pretty good at typing. But, okay. So, Yeah, I don't know why it's sending me this. It's sending me all sorts of weird stuff. I'm reading like text or I'm reading a conversation from a freaking video from a while ago. So I'm not exactly sure how that's all working. But if you're joining me tonight, okay, go ahead and put your name in the box. All right, let me know that you're here. I can see it here. I'm actually looking at it on my phone, so I can see it on my phone as well. All right, so let's get the show on the road. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. So we have got. Let's get rid of that scoring leader arrow. Bingo. We've got the Minnesota Wild and Hartford Whalers, and we're going to go ahead and, of course, simulate the first game. We simulate the first 5 every week. That's what we do. So, topic of the night. Oh boy, topic of the night. I don't know. And Capo Caco with the goal, and Sergio with the goal. Sergio, and it's 2-0. What a start! There goes a snare drum in the room here. So that's a good start for the club tonight. A 2-0 lead. Shots are 10-2. So we are just firing away. Gustafson is like, where is my defense, man? 5-on-4 power play for the Hartford Whalers here. We got about 5 minutes to go in the period. P-check scores. How about that, baby? So it is now a 3-0 lead. Have you seen this team have a 3-0 lead at the end of any period? No, absolutely not. All right, let's roll right into period number 2. So goals from Capo Caco, Sergio, and of course P-check. And it's now it's a 3-1 game as Barbashev puts one in. Okay, World Cup. Sergio. Oh, we got a hattie from Sergio. Sergio with the hat trick, baby. 1 on the power play, 1, and then Halla scores. So it's a 5-2 game. Can Sergio get 4 goals? Anze Kopitar with the goal. It's 6-2. Please tell me we are not wasting all of our offense in period number 1. And Simo gets another. Well, she gives up another goal. Please tell me we're not going to give up all these. We're going to waste all of our goals in period number 1 and 2 of the first game of the episode. Don't want to see that. 6-3 Hartford, heading into period number 3. 18 minutes to go, 5-on-4 power play for Minnesota. We're going to go ahead and kill that one off. Excellent job by the Hartford Whalers. 14 minutes to go. Faber scores to make it 6-4. P-check scores again. Can we get the double hattie? Give me a double hattie. We need P-check to score again, and the Whalers get a double hat trick. It would be Sergio from the blue line back there on defense with Fagan. Now we moved him to line number 2. And if I'm talking too fast, I really don't care. We moved him to line number 2, and bada bing, bada boom. He puts the puck in the net. Him and Feeney on line number 2. Now I'm hoping Feeney has an assist here. So the question is, am I going to watch the World Cup? And the junior GM is saying, do I know what the World Cup is? Absolutely, I know what the World Cup is. Now, am I going to go to the World Cup? No, because it costs so much money. I'm not going to go to a game or anything while they're here in the United States of America. But I will watch it. I don't know who's in it. I mean, look, I know there's all these countries and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to turn this around on you. So instead of, are you going to watch the World Cup? Tell me, are you going to watch the World Cup? And if you are going to watch the World Cup, who's your team? And if you say, I don't even know if the United States made it, I have no idea. So educate me while we're sitting here. Educate me. All right, let's take a look at what happened tonight. You're going to get some excitement right here out of the Fanatic to start. We had Capo Caco with a goal in the first. Like 2 minutes in. Only 26 seconds later, it's our boy Sergio with the first of 3 on a helper from Jimmy. So Jimmy has 2 points right there on 2 assists. Excellent job there. Barbashev scores. And then it's Sergio again on a helper from D'Angelo and Kelly. Ibarra scores the third of his hat trick. Thank you, No Fear, with the helper there. Little B walk on the help. Kopitar from Holtz and Ibarra. So Ibarra has 4 points in this game. What a game. And then Pichek scored the third of his hattie, right? Did he get a hattie? We had one in the first. And no, he did not. Okay. I thought he had a hattie. I thought we had a double hattie, but we did not have a double hattie. Okay. So 3 stars of the game. You got to give it up for these two guys. 6 points between them. Barbashev, whatever, dude. Pichek, 2 goals, 1 hit. How about Sergio with 3 goals and an assist? And Sergio could be on his way. Could be easily on his way to, of course, player of the episode. And look at me talking about this already. How are you going to give him player of the episode already? Dude, come on. But that's what we're probably going to do it. He's probably going to get it. Okay. So, there we go. Now I can see it. I can see the chat. I can see clearly now the freaking chat. Nice. Okay, so Scotland. So, are you telling me you're rooting for Scotland in the World Cup? Are they come on, I don't know shit about soccer, so I have no idea. All right? But if you want me to root for Scotland, then I'm rooting for Scotland. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going for Scotland. That's my team. No, Epics did not qualify this year, Mr. Feeney. I really wish that they had, because I would definitely be going for Epics. And for those of you who don't get the reference, I'm very sorry, but you have to be born before 1980 to understand the Epics reference. And I plan on probably playing a little winter games or summer games right here on the channel, so we can see Epics in all its glory. What a country, that Epics. Okay, so we got the win, baby. We got the win. We're going to simulate to the next game. A 7-4 win to start, and God, I wish we had points for goals. If we had points for goals, it'd be like working for food, man, because we scored 7, and I have no idea what that just meant. I just threw that shit out there. So we had 7 goals. Let's go. We're going to narrow that down just a wee bit. Okay. So we had 7 goals in the first game of the episode. Just came out guns a-blazing. Guns a-blazing. Let's see if we can keep that going for the remainder of the episode tonight. We're going to make that a little smaller. Okay. I don't know why this is popping up on the other side of the screen. I know you can't see it and you have no idea what I'm talking about, but my entire chat thing is all goofy tonight. So, it's better than the other night when I played baseball and I was doing it on the TV. And then I was just waiting for comments to pop up on the lower right-hand side of the screen. So, here's what we got coming up in game number 2. Game number 2, Columbus is coming to town to take on the Hartford Whalers at the Hartford Civic Center. That's right, because that's our home arena. And let's go ahead and see if we can't get it to work here, too. Hey, there it is. All right, so they are 9-19-3 coming into the game tonight against the Whalers. They are 2-8 in their last 10. Boo-hoo, that's pretty sad. That is pretty sad. Okay, but we are on fire. We're 5-4-1 in our last 10. We're 15-13-3. Spencer Knight will be holding it down between the pipes. So we're excited for Spencer to be in there. Simo did her job against the Wild. She did give up 4 goals, but it's time to get Spencer back in the game. Carter Hart will be between the pipes for the Columbus Blue Jackets. In 27 games played, he has 6 wins, .882 save percentage, and a 3.80 goals against average. Taking a look over on the right side of the board, you can see where that arrow is. We have got goals for per game, 3.19 for the Whalers. We are at 3.19 in goals against, 17.2% in the power play, 86.5 in the penalty kill. We're still third in the league, so excellent job there. They have us in no category. If you're reading the screen with me, they have us in absolutely no category. And then here's our current team leader in points, Jimmy Lamoureux, who you saw had a boatload of points in the last game. So we're hoping he can get the same thing done here in tonight's episode. In tonight's game. I'm a little tired. I apologize. But yes, in tonight's game. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and head into game number 2 of the episode. The Columbus Blue Jackets make their way into the mall to take on the Hartford Whalers. So, yeah. And Zach Hyman, look at that, man. Like a minute and 10 seconds into the game makes it 1-0. And then he scores again. Can we get another Hattie? Ooh, let's go for a back-to-back Hattie game. Can it be Hyman? Well, he wouldn't have done it back-to-back, but I'd love to see a Whaler get back-to-back Hatties. So it's a 2-0 game. And he gets a first-period hat trick. What? And then Jimmy Lamoureux puts one in the net. It's 4-0 Hartford. What in the hell is going on? Is this like 1990s wrestling? Did these guys go into the locker room, pump up a little bit, and come back out to play some hockey? Wowza. All right, rolling into period number 2. Speaking of wrestling, so I don't know how much wrestling you're into. Kirill Marchenko, the Whaler killer, not whale killer, the Whaler killer, scores a goal, so it's 4-1. But not really sure how much wrestling you're into, and but if you're a kind of a late or maybe a mid 80s, early 90s kid, really interesting documentary on Netflix that I watched the other day about Hulk Hogan. So I gotta admit, at the end I teared up a little bit. I understand when, you know he had his problems, right? But a hero to a lot when they were younger, and regardless of whether it was real or fake or whatever it is. And look, I don't know who my fans necessarily are out there who watches the show, and I don't want to spoil wrestling for you, but the documentary about the Hulk was pretty good. Okay, so I felt like they could have talked a little bit more about the wrestling part, but it was about him. So the Whalers are boring me here after that amazing first period. 4-1 game, and yeah, we just won that shit. We have 2 wins in the episode. We have 2 hat tricks. Sergio and then Zach Hyman. And I wish that the guy who talked me into keeping Zach Hyman would be here. I wish that he was here, and throw a comment up on the board, because it's working out. It's definitely working out. Let's take a look at our 3 stars of the game. 3 stars of the game. Yes, all Whalers. www.wekickyourass.com. Jimmy Lamoureux with a goal, an assist. Spencer Knight with a goal, 33 saves, and a .97 save percentage. So he's starting to finally pay off. And, of course, Zach Hyman, he had a Hattie on the night. 3 goals, 1 hit, and beautiful, beautiful game for the Whalers. That means we are at 4 points on the episode. So a very good start for a team that usually gets their ass handed to them. But we got a tough one coming up. We have got a tough one coming up. So Gregory Swift is coming back into the lineup. We know what he brings to the club. Let's pop him back in there. Mr. Holtz, you did a good job. But I think it's time to get Gregory back into the lineup. Not sure if it's been asked before, but who is Bob Andrews? Yeah, so Bob Andrews. All right, if you know the real fanatic, if you really know the fanatic, you can figure it out. All right? Bob Andrews. There you go. Okay. So, Gregory Swift will move over to the left winger, Kopitar, and then Isaac Morgan will be on the right side. And you know what? We're going to put – that fourth line has really not done much, so we're going to put Oliver Wahlstrom out there. I'm a big Islander fan. Love myself some Oliver Wahlstrom. Yes, Mr. Feeney, that's right. So, if that's what you thought, you're probably right. So we're going to leave that the way it is. Defense will stay the same because it's been damn good. Even with that plus or that -3 down there, Feeney and Ibarra have been on point in the episode. So we're going to keep them right as they are heading into a big game against the New York Rangers. And God knows what the New York Rangers do to this club. They own us, okay? I don't care what anybody says. They freaking own us. So hopefully we can take them down. Hopefully we can take them down. So, yeah, we didn't really come up with a topic tonight, did we? I've been yammering on and about all sorts of stuff, but I never really came up with a topic for tonight's episode. So I know that, obviously we tried to talk a little bit about the World Cup, but not much in the way of interested. Let's go ahead and take a look down here. Bottom of your screen on the left, that's our baseball scores. So I know it's a hockey show. I understand. I'm going to move this around a little bit, see if we can make that a little bit bigger so we can see what's going on in the world of baseball. Oh no, the Yankees lost. I think I mentioned that earlier. 2-1. And I'm going to get this, folks. Don't worry. It's gonna sit right there where I want it. There we go. All right. So the Guardians beat the Tigers. Tigers have been not so good lately. The Pirates took down the Cardinals. The Mets ended up beating the Nationals, so that's awesome. Braves over the Marlins. I like watching the Marlins. If anyone's watched any baseball this year, the Marlins have been pretty exciting. Just listening tonight. Oh, what do you mean you're just listening tonight? You're not actually watching? Or are you watching hockey? You're watching hockey, aren't you? Yeah, no, I bet you are. A 6-2 final in the hockey game. So the Canadians come out and just absolutely worked the Hurricanes. And that's what we like. That's what we like. We don't like the Hurricanes on this channel. We do not like the Hurricanes on this channel. Okay, so let's get back to the game. Hartford. They are 16-13-3. Okay, 6-3-1. They are. That's us, baby. 16-13-3. We are 6-3-1 in our last 10. Now the Rangers are 26-9-0 on the season. They're 9-1 in their last 10. Well, I think it's about time that they run in to our team because we are on it. We are on it right now. Okay, we are heading into Game 3 of the episode. We've been scoring lights out here to get started. And Spencer Knight's going to be holding it down. 23 games played, 11 wins, .90 save percentage, 3 goals against. Igor Shesterkin, 22 games played, 17 wins, .92. But look at his goals against at 2.5. So Igor, he gets the shit done for the Rangers, especially against this club. And we need ourselves some Ilya Sorokin. That's what I'd love to have in net. And shoot, I would trade both of my goalies for a bit of Ilya Sorokin. That's right, because I'm an Islanders fan, and I would love to have him in net for my Whalers team, but I don't think that would ever happen. We might be able to fool around with that at the 5 game break. Maybe we will. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this show on the road. First off, we'll take a look over here on the right side of your screen. Wait for my arrow to pop up. Boom, there it is. So the New York Rangers, they have got us right here Oh, yes, they've got us in. No, we got them in goals 4 per game. Look at me. Learn how to read. 2 is higher than 1. Well, 2 is more than 1. And 1 is the loneliest number. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get into that. I could sit here and sing it, but I'm not going to sing it. Goals against per game, 2.6. They are third, so their defense is beautiful. We're at 3.13. Power play percentage, 15.7%. Our 18.2 is currently 17th in the league, so that's the best we've ever been. All right, kudos to the Hartford Whalers. The penalty kill looks like this, 80.4%. We are at 86.3. So we're good with 5 guys on the ice. We're good with 4 guys on the ice. This team is getting so much better, and it's crazy because here I am getting ready to shut this down, and now they're getting better. And we take a look over here at the bottom of your screen. Team leaders, Jimmy Lamoureux, 31 points. Fox with 37. So, yeah, that's where we are currently with the club. So, it's time to head into Madison Square Garden. And I almost said it like Jackie Chan in Rush Hour, but I'm not going to do that. I almost did. It almost came out that way. Oh, you know what? There you go. There's a topic of the night. You ever seen Rush Hour? Which one's your favorite? There's 3 movies, right? 3 movies. Okay, you know what? No. No. I got it. Here's the topic. This is what we got going. Okay. For those of us who have seen some, well, they would be old movies to the JGM, but what's your favorite action movie? Tell me your favorite action movie, whatever it may be, and I'll throw mine out there. Then we'll talk about characters from those movies as they pop up on the screen. So tell me your favorite action movie. Put it in the comments. I'd love to see what everybody's talking about. It could be 80s, could be 90s, could be who knows, could be now. I don't go to the movies very often. I don't even know if they have action movies anymore. But tell me your favorite action movie as we head into this one with the New York Rangers. Game number 3. Game number 3. So we're trying to get 6 points on the board. And we're doing it against one of the toughest teams in the league. Let's bump that time up to 4 times the speed. 18 minutes in period number 1. Shots are 3-3. So a good defensive team against a very good offensive team. And it's Mike Kelly, the captain himself, putting one past Igor Shesterkin. And he wants to beat the Rangers. He just wants to beat the Rangers. Right? Now, we beat them in the playoffs in year 1 on one of the most epic Killer Keller goals. And what happened to Killer Keller, man? He's down in the minors waiting to come back up. And I'm feeling like it might be time to free him. Right? Bring him back up. Let him do what he does. All right, 1-0 at the end of the period, and we are heading right into period number 2. Shots are almost even, 12-11. Let's head into period number 2. Rangers on the power play, and I almost called that before it happened. 13 minutes to go. As soon as I get ready to talk about something different, Miller scores. That's a big goal. So it's 1-1. James Bond, huh? Is James Bond really an action movie, though? I got to be honest with you. Okay, I will be honest. You can take all the shots you want. I have never seen a James Bond movie in full. Nope. Never seen a James Bond movie. That's like I was talking to someone the other day who mentioned to me they have never seen Indiana Jones. What? Come on. Or a Star Wars movie. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I know. But, I mean, those are people, whatever. F1 I haven't seen either. I have not seen F1. So we got 20 minutes to go, 1-1. But I'm sure I've got a couple listeners out there who have seen F1. 5-on-4 power play for the Whalers. And Sergio. And then Berard scores to tie it up. Sergio's going for player of the game, dude. Player of the night. Player of the night, not player of the game. Player of the night. 2-2 game, 11 minutes to go. Now we could end up seeing a little bit of OT hockey, baby. We could see a little OT hockey. Thumbs up or thumbs down for OT hockey. Ugh. I don't really like to watch it. But But 1 minute to go. Anybody to end it? No, we're going to get to see a little live hockey. Bumba. Okay, so let's go ahead and head into this one. Got to change the... I was playing the game the other day. I was trying to see if I could play a little bit. Actually, you know what? Oh, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play the overtime. I'm going to play the overtime for you. Rangers, Whalers. Yeah, that means typically what we have is we'll have Feeney, Kelly. I'm sorry, we'll have Sergio, Kelly, and Pichek on the ice.
Just joining us, we are just about to drop the puck.
So Kelly goes to the center dot.
Perfect timing on your end. We are in next goal wins territory
Oh
now.
crap!
Who's gonna step up and be the hero? Turns him away.
Sergio to Pichek. Pichek. No, Pichek. What are you doing?
Feeds it over to Miller. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. Takes the knock, but he's still got the puck. Puts a little mustard on the hit to knock the puck loose.
Okay, here comes Kelly, bringing it up.
Handling in his own
Makes a
zone.
move. Oh, come on, dude. I can't. Oh, shit.
Into offensive territory.
No.
And he totally whiffs on that one.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play.
Davis lugging the puck. From the left side, they gain the zone. Here's the
Oh, he hit off the post. Kelly, what are you doing? What are you doing, Kelly?
backtracks with possession back inside the defensive zone.
Beautiful pass. Here's Connor.
Grabs control of it.
Fagan slams one.
Some on the play. Hagen's playing it along the line. Quick feed to Lemereau. Here's a shot. And too much.
Ah, man, I
Blocks that one. Moves it to Fox.
took it off the post. No, what are you doing, Fagan? Here comes Jimmy. Here comes Jimmy.
Lemereau's moving it ahead. Oh, look at this. Here they come. They've got numbers.
Put it in.
Here he is on the backhand. And a nice save there as play continues.
No, there was nobody there.
Goaltenders get set
Nobody
in
home.
butterfly
25
positioning.
seconds to
They
go.
still have to be agile and be able to move across their crease. Right there, that's evidence of it, and with that beautiful save.
Man, they just keep knocking it away. Oh, no, if this goes to a shootout,
Through center.
nobody likes a shootout. No shootouts. No shootouts.
Opportunity for them to shoot as time ticks down. And a great save.
Okay, shootout it is. So,
There's the hole.
I don't know if you watch hockey,
Fails to find us a
but-
winner, so we'll take it to
but
a
I can
shootout
definitely
next
tell you
year
this.
on EA
Shootouts suck.
Sports.
As an Islanders fan, every time they go to a shootout, I have to bury my eyes. I can't watch it. Okay? I mean, could you imagine if football games came down to
Welcome back, everyone.
just
Well,
kickoffs
it's time to put up
or
a shot
field
for
goals
both the
over and over again? That would be crazy.
goaltenders and the players.
Okay, here we go.
It's time
Kelly,
for the shootout.
nice little move.
And he
Try to
cuts
just
off
jam it
the
in there.
shootout.
Just start going to good stop.
Practice it a lot of the time.
Okay, so this is it.
James
So if
goaltenders
you're a
won't
fan
work
of
on
Spencer
these
Knight,
shooters. He
this
does
is
a
where
great job of anticipating
it
to make
shows.
that save.
And he says, oh,
Mission Impossible. Yes, I like Mission Impossible. Now, which one are we talking about? Because there's like so many of them. I was a big fan of the first one when he does the thing with the gum.
reads it perfectly and
He
makes the save.
eats the, and he slams against the glass, and the whole fish tank blows up. Yeah, that was pretty sick. Okay, here we go. I missed that whole shot. Lafreniere, bullshit. All right, I think all we can really do is just go for a big old slapper. Because it's going to be Sergio. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Sergio. So Alexis Lafreniere puts it in. And it comes down to Pichek. Ooh, Pichek. Nope, not going to happen. I told you I'm horrible at this shit. Horrible at this shit. All right, so we lose our first game of the night, but it wasn't an awful loss. It wasn't an awful loss. Losing to the New York Rangers, who have one of the best records in the league. Okay. and we're going to go ahead and simulate to the next game. So we're heading into game 4 of the episode. No, I don't want to go that fast. So far up on the board, we're talking movies, right? Action movies. And what we've seen so far, James Bond is up there. F1, Mission Impossible. So again, the question is, which Mission Impossible are we talking about, right? Now, me personally, I enjoyed the first one, as I mentioned. But, and I think we talked about this in one of the way earlier episodes. I think it was one of my first live episodes, actually. But we talked about Die Hard. Die Hard, I don't know. It's such a toss-up. I mean, Die Hard is probably one of my favorite action movies. But then it's like, I'm also a big fan of Jason Bourne movies. I've never seen a Jason Bourne movie either. I have never seen one Jason Bourne movie. Okay, I know who plays Jason Bourne, but I've never seen a Jason Bourne movie. And I probably should, because I hear that they're good. Pops tells me that they're good. No Fear Now tells me that they're good. So, yeah, maybe I should. Maybe he'll be my next character on the baseball game. Yeah, I know. What? Yeah, I'm surprised, right? You're surprised that I've never seen a Jason Bourne movie. But I've never seen a Jason Bourne movie. Yeah, no, haven't. I mean, I'm more old school, man. I like Die Hard. I almost said Die Hard. No, I like Die Hard. I like Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon was good. I think they went a little overboard on the fourth one, but 1, 2, and 3. I believe it was the last episode where I was talking about Rocky. Somebody tried to tell me the other day that Rocky is an action movie. Rocky's not an action movie. Rocky is a sports movie, right? Sports movie, not an action movie. But no Jason Bourne movies. Rambo. Okay, now we're talking. You want a topic for the show? Rambo. Which one though? Which one? I mean, okay, I know they're all good. Not all of them. Some of them are not. But I really enjoyed the last Rambo, the last movie to come out. Amazing movie. Now he's older and all that. So I'm not going to get no spoilers if no one's ever seen it. But the first movie, okay, terrified me when I was a child. Absolutely terrified me. I never wanted to walk into a forest. And, there was wooded areas where I grew up. I never wanted to walk in there after seeing that scene with the thing where he takes the stick and he sharpens it and then it goes into the guy's legs. I think it's the guy from NYPD Blue. Yeah, it goes into his legs and he oh my God, man, that terrified me. Terrified. And I know he wasn't supposed to be a scary dude, but shit terrified me. Okay, head into game number 4 of tonight's episode. The Hartford Whalers are 16, 13, and 4. They are 5, 3, and 2 in their last 10. So not great, but not bad for this team, right? I mean, they have a winning freaking record after the last 2 shitty seasons. That's awesome. We're taking on the New Jersey Devils, who are 18, 17, and 1. And are 5-5-0 in the last 10 games. And look at who is in the net, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Gallegos, 24 games played, 14 wins, a .903 save percentage. And if any of you have been with us, whether it's since day 1 when we were recording episodes or since we've been live, DJ was our backup. As our backup, he has like a .88 save percentage. When he goes to the freaking Devils and he starts 3.17 goals against average this year, right? But he wins in New Jersey. We brought him back in a trade last year and he bombed. So I'm not touching him this year. He's going to stay right where he is. But here's the question of the night. And I think we ran into this a couple episodes back when we played them in game number 1. Who starts in the net tonight? Do we go with the matchup? Do we go Simo against DJ? Or do we stick to Spencer Knight? Do we stick to Spencer Knight? All right. I want 1 in the comment if you want Spencer Knight, 2 in the comment if you would like Simo for this game against DJ. 1 for Spencer Knight, 2 for Simo. All right. So I took a little break there for a second, but I got 2 votes for Spencer Knight. So Spencer Knight is going to get the start here. And you know what? I usually put this on my junior GM, right? So my junior GM he's been right. When we let him make the decisions about the goalies, he has been right. 100%. Well, I don't know if I say 100%, but he has been right. So we're going to go with Spencer Knight in this one. 24 games played, 11 wins, .90 save percentage. DJ with 14 wins, .903 save percentage. The last time we took on this Devils team, we lost 4-1. They're currently 2-0 on against us this year, so they have got their shit together when they take on the Whalers. So congratulations for them. And look at DJ. Look what DJ has done to us in even in the last game. 1 goal, 37 stops, and a .974 save percentage. Dude was on his game. I'm a big DJ guy. All right, got to be honest with you. I am a big DJ fan. And DJ, if you're ever listening, miss you, bud. Hope everything's good. Hope that golf game is working out. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look over here on the right side. Goals for per game. That's right. That is all Devils. 3.28. They're 13th in the league. Now, our goals against average is better. So defensively, we are outshining them. 3.09. Power play percentage looks a little bit like this. We are 14th, but they're 8th. So a good power play up against a great penalty kill. We're at 86.9. So we continue to kill the penalties, but their penalty kill is also pretty good. Currently 10th in the league. And here's where they got us. Nico Hischier with 42 points on the season. Jimmy still leads the team with 31. So even with all the goals that we have had in tonight's episode, Jimmy continues to lead the team in points. So congratulations to Jimmy Jam as he continues to play well. Let's go ahead and simulate game number 4 of the episode. We're coming off of a loss to the New York Rangers, but let's hope that the AGM and the JGM were right about this one, and that Spencer Knight can get us the win. So Hughes is going to put one in the net to start the game off for the Devils. It's 1-0. We got about 13 minutes to go here in period number 1. 10 minutes as it ticks down. Ticking away. 8 minutes to go in the period. Shots are 13-6. So we're not getting a whole lot in the way of shots. And, you can't score if you don't shoot. That's friggin' obvious, isn't it? 2 minutes to go here in period number 1. 1 minute to go. 1-0 New Jersey. And DJ shuts us out in period number 1. If he gets the shutout, oh man, if he gets a shutout, that's it. I have to text him and be like, dude, what you doing? He'll have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, rocking and rolling into period number 2. 18 minutes to go. 5-on-4 power play. Give us a goal. Connor Burns. Yeah, that's right, baby. It's 1-1. 15 minutes to go in period number 2 of a 1-1 game. We don't want another overtime game. Please do not make me play again. I don't want to play again. And Cody Delgado puts one past DJ. So now it's 2-1. That's a duo right there. Cody and DJ. That's right. That was my that was my pair. That was my pair. Couple of great guys. 3 minutes to go here in period number 2. 1 minute now. We are leading 2-1, trying to get our 6th point of the... No, I'm sorry. We had a point in the last game because it went to OT. So, trying to get our 7th point of the episode. I called for 10. They're trying to give me 7 here. Beckman is going to score, putting one past Spencer Knight. And look at all the shots we're taking now. So, we went from like 0 shots to just firing the puck on net. 10:22 to go. And if this one's at 5 minutes, we're going to jump in. If it's still tied at 5 minutes, we're going to jump in and just watch. Okay. So, whoop, I hit the wrong button. Okay, let's watch the last 2 minutes of this one. So watching the last 2 minutes. And we're just going to watch. I'm not going to play. Because I don't want to run the risk of losing. But we got to put it on. We got to put it on broad. I almost said Broadway mode. Oh, the neon lights on Broadway. Yeah, I am not a singer, but I am practicing because I might have to sing here in the next couple months, depending on what happens. Okay, we're going to True Broadcast. All right, so let's see what we can do. Let's see if the Whalers can get it done in the last 2 minutes. We'll get to see a little bit of action from DJ in the net, playing for the New Jersey Devils, his second stint with the Devils. He must really like it down in New Jersey.
Late stages of this third period, and we are all tied up at 2 goals apiece. And now it's played by Nemec. Back to the blue line.
Get it out. Oh, it's Spencer. Oh, Spencer Knight's in there. Spencer Knight's in the net for us.
New York's on the schedule next, and tickets still available for this one, so get them before they're gone. Here in the late going to the frame.
So I got to tell you, when you're watching the game, the controller will shake in the stadium, like when the stadium's loud. No, get it out. Oh, good stop. Okay, go get it. Go get it, Jacob. So the professor into the corner. He passes it over to Fagan. Fagan to Pichek. Bringing it up. Jimmy. Oh, he had it knocked away. They kept doing that shit to me when I was playing, too. 49 seconds to go. Nico Hischier. Mike Feeney with the steal. Gives it to Fagan. Fagan to Hyman. Hyman to Walker. Walker shoots. Hyman. Like Hyman Roth. Yeah, you got to be a Godfather fan to know who Hyman Roth was. Okay, Hischier bringing it up. He's going to dump it into the corner. No, he passes it across. And Kakko with the steal. Gives it to Walker. Walker, god damn it, stop trying to take it to the net. And a bad pass from Walker. 16 seconds to go. Hischier bringing it up to Meyer. Get it out. We're going to see some OT, I think. Capo to Feeney. Feeney to Hyman. Hyman to Kakko, and that's going to do it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to OT, which means we got another point. So no matter what happens, we got 6 points. Yeah, no matter what happens, we got 6 points tonight. Let's just resume, get right back to this one. Okay, so Pichek and Kelly. Ooh, what is the most overrated movie of all time? That's a good question. Okay, you tell me. What do you think is the most overrated movie of all time? Kelly, net. Oh, and DJ with the big stop. He says, I don't think so, boss. I don't think so. Pichek. Net. Kelly shoots. Damn it, DJ with another stop. Hughes to Heischer. Heischer bringing it up. Oh, no way. Oh, but the junior GM, he just breaks my heart every time he throws a comment on the board. Okay. So, The Godfather, you think is the most overrated movie of all time. But I know probably 100 people that would disagree with you. Kelly and DJ with another stop. So Kelly really didn't get a very good shot there. So look at this again. Watch this big old crunch. Oh, he lifted him off the ice. Sergio is a freaking beast. Okay, Jimmy Lamoureux is going to go to the dot. Connor Burns is out there with him. 58 seconds to go in OT. He loses it. Oh, man. You know what? I love that. No fear. You've never seen The Godfather? Yeah, I could picture that. I could picture that. You seem like more of a sports movie kind of guy to me anyway. Okay, well, let's go sports movies. Let's go sports movies. Can we get a goal here? Anybody? No, nothing. Jimmy Lamoureux takes it to the corner. Fagan bringing it out. Get it out. Get it out. Good pass. Oh, here we go. Connor Burns all alone. Shoots and he missed it. Oh, Connor Burns, what are you doing? DJ with the big stop. How open can you be? How open can you be, man? That's like missing a layup when no one is near you. I mean, yeah, there's a goalie in the net, but... Knight. Okay, so no fear. You're saying Pulp Fiction is overrated? You just clarify that for me. Clarify that for me. Because that could be a nice back and forth here. Bushnevich. Hamilton. Fires. Oh, it went in the net. But it was too late. So we're going to get a little shootout. We're going to watch a shootout here, ladies and gentlemen. So we get back-to-back games with a shootout. Excellent stuff. Okay, let's see if we can if we can win a shootout without me playing it. All right, here we go. Oh, you know what? Can we change something? No, we can't. I was kind of hoping maybe we could change the guys in the shootout, but it's just going to be what it is. It's going to be what it is. Okay, Kelly bringing it to the net. He shoots. So these players were all created, and they're supposed to be like good, and none of them are good at this. They suck. Now watch this guy put it in the net. He'll put it in the net. Watch. Oh, good stop there by Spencer Knight. Okay. B-Walk. Takes it to the net, and they all make the same goddamn move. Why don't we see them do that thing where they like pick it up with the stick, bounce it off the stick, smack it in the net? Okay. All right, so Pulp Fiction, you're saying is overrated. I mean, look, to each their own. Pichek shoots and has a stop. To each their own. I mean, you know, the fact that it doesn't go in order, that can be a little confusing. And I love that movie. And I can quote the shit out of that movie. I love that movie. Didn't see it when it first came out, but I could definitely see it anytime. I'll watch it anytime it's on. The music is great. The actors are great.
The table is set. The
You know, my
cover is all in
favorite
place,
character
and he
is
can be the hero right
the
now.
wolf.
Sit down, what
You
a
know.
save.
Huge
I
save.
dig
You
the
could tell
wolf.
that he wanted that one.
We're talking
On
about
to the next
Pulp
round
Fiction,
we go.
right?
It's
Yeah.
been all goalies to this
Talking about
point.
Pulp Fiction.
Stops
There it
This
is up
might
on the
be
screen.
turning
Look,
into a
check out the
shootout
big
instead of a
old
shootout.
brain on
Yeah,
bread.
1v1 against the
That's
goaltender,
right.
and he's
Great burger.
challenging at the top of the
Great
crease.
burger,
Most
that big
importantly,
kahuna.
he's tracking it and
And he comes
And
up
as I'm
top here in
talking
a shootout.
over and over
This is
again,
why
we
they
cannot
practice
score a
it. lot
freaking
of the
goal.
time,
Bring it to
post-practice,
Jimmy.
James, goaltenders want work on this,
Jimmy
so
with
he
the
shooters. He
jofa,
does a
the
great
wooden
job of
stick,
anticipating
the
to make that
mustache.
save.
Yes, it's Jimmy Lamoureux with the
Yeah,
goal.
goaltender couldn't get a read on
Now
that
we
shot
need
because it
Spencer
was
Knight
hard
to
and
get
it
the
was fast,
stop.
James. Quick release.
Jimmy Lamoureux looking like straight out of the 80s, man. Looks like he was a second liner to Wayne Gretzky on those Edmonton Oilers teams. And here we go. We need a big stop. Hughes going to take it to the net. We got it, baby. Thank you to No Fear. Thank you to the JGM. We got ourselves a win thanks to that man, Spencer Knight. Excellent job. We get a 2-1. Is that a 2-1 win? 3-2 win? I don't even know.
Awesome game, and every time it goes
Look at
to
him.
a
Look at him
shootout,
just
everyone's standing on their
living
feet
it up.
on
Little
edge. The crowd
vacation.
is roaring. So much energy
Not
in
a
the building. You gotta
vacation,
love
a
it.
celebration, you knucklehead. See what happens when I'm live, man? The stupidest, craziest shit comes out of my mouth.
From all of us here at EA Sports.
Okay, so let's go ahead and... oh, we don't want an instant replay. We don't want the instant replay. Let's resume just so we can actually exit the game. Beautiful. So great game. Great game. Jimmy with the OT, well, the freaking penalty shot winner. That's huge. A little a shootout winner. So we're going to get to game 5. Okay. We are about an hour and 10 into this one. So really not bad. All right. Really not bad. We made it to the hour and 10 minute mark. And it's been productive so far. Just the one loss to the Rangers, and I'm excited about that as we head into the speed round, right? Because when we get into the speed round, this team goes bananas. We usually win a lot of games, so and we're gonna get a big break too. I don't know if you're noticing that, but not much going on at the end. Oh, it's the holiday. We're getting close to Christmas. We're getting close to Christmas. So we got a birthday coming up here on the team. Rudy. So Rudy is the favorite sports movie for Miss No Fear. Okay. Well, what about you, Mr. Feeney, Michael Feeney, right there on the in the comments? What's your sports movie? You know, my favorite sports movie that I'll watch anytime it's on. Oh, you think Rudy is overrated? Okay, dude, just because it's a little embellished. Okay, it's not overrated. All right. And I mean, look, if you think Rudy is overrated, put that shit in the comments. I got a couple of viewers that are not usually here. Stay with me. We're talking about sports movies right now. Tell me your favorite sports movie. Tell me, you know, what's overrated, why it would be overrated. All right, tell me why yours is so good. I was just saying before we head into this game against the Florida Panthers, for me, the one sports movie that I'll watch without fail, if it's on TV, I'm going to keep it on. Okay? Trivia question. Sports movie, 2 super famous actors, probably in the early 90s. The kind of main hint is it was 2 super famous actors. We'll say 3 because she's pretty famous too. And then early 90s, awesome movie. Made me want to go out and just play the game, play the sport it was about. Throw it up on the board. Let me know what you think it is. And tell me your favorite sports movie. Tell me your favorite sports movie. So we're heading into game 5 of the episode. Florida Panthers, 24-9-4 on the season, 8-1-1. Teams that have winning records, we've been beating them tonight. We did lose to the Rangers, but we got a big win over the old Whaler DJ in OT. We're 17-13-4, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving up that ladder. Let's take a look over on the right side of the screen. We are currently in 5th. We're in 5th place And that little star, boink, right there, that little star next to our name, that means we have a wild card spot. Okay, you know what? Here I am. I'm trying to focus on the game, but I keep seeing the comments pop up on the board. So, overrated movies. So I keep trying to steer the conversation in the sports direction. And what I get is what pops up on my screen. The Breakfast Club is not an overrated movie. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. So now I understand. So we've got The Breakfast Club overrated and Mrs. No Fear. You think that Rudy is overrated? No freaking way. Now, I will say I enjoyed Rudy in Goonies better than I did in Rudy, but and yeah, I mean now it's like I see him as Rudy and I think of Mikey. I don't think of Rudy. But I also liked him in Stranger Things. I don't know if you watch Stranger Things, but I liked him in Stranger Things too. And I'm not gonna spoil that for anybody. But getting back to the Breakfast Club though, for my junior GM to just, dude, I don't know if your whoever's in the room with you is telling you to say these things, but first The Godfather, and now Breakfast Club. Man, Breakfast Club was a great flick. And if you haven't seen it, which you probably haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, you can watch it. It's really not that bad. But, I mean, if you've never been to detention, I assure you, detention was nothing like that. Nothing like that. Oh, you've never seen it, but it seems like it's overrated. Okay, you know what? Tell me. I want to know your one. Just throw one of your favorite movies up on the board, and make sure it's something that I may have seen. Okay, make sure it's something that I may have seen. I do like to go to the movies, in case you can't tell. But I mean, the movies aren't really the same as they used to be, but I do enjoy a good movie from time to time. So here we go. We're heading into game number 5. And I'm gonna basically cover up my left side of my screen so I'm not seeing those comments pop up on the board here for a minute. Whalers come in 17-13-4. We're taking on the Florida Panthers at Amerant Bank Arena. I believe it's in Sunflower, somewhere in Florida. 24-9 with 4 overtime losses for the Panthers. They are 8-1 and I couldn't help but see the left side of the screen. That's why I'm giggling. 8-1-1 in their last 10. They will have Arno Tiefensee between the pipes. 11 games played, 6 wins, and then over here Spencer Knight for the Whalers, who's had a great episode. As I mentioned when we started talking about all those movies, the Whalers are currently in 5th place, so they have bumped up the board in the standings. So excellent for us tonight. Taking a look at the stats for the two clubs. Now we're getting ready to head into the speed round, and let me grab this here real quick. So goals for per game, they're 1st in the league. They're 6th in goals against. They're 4th in the power play, 10th on the penalty kill. This is a very good Florida Panthers team, and if you watch hockey, you know that that's pretty accurate. The Florida Panthers have been good the last couple of years, and this team is just continuing here in the 28-29 season. Here as we are in our 5th year of the simulation. Yeah, 5th season of the simulation. You know, I just realized last week that we got to 50 episodes. 50. I've been doing this 50. That's not 50 weeks in a row, but I've been doing this for 50 weeks worth of this stuff. In the early episodes, I used to actually sit there and edit and cut, and I did that on a PlayStation, which if you've ever edited on your PlayStation, it is a pain. It is a royal pain to edit and cut on your PlayStation. It really is. So for my supporters and those who've watched and chimed in, and thank you. This is episode 51, but it's been a lot of fun, and we're going to keep doing it. So, okay, let's go ahead and jump into this one. So this is game number 5 of the episode. We have got ourselves 7 points. 7 points, going for 9 in this one. We're going to simulate the affiliate game. Yeah, I don't want to play that. Even though we probably should see how Killer is doing. Killer Keller, man. I'm thinking if we make a little run and we need some help down there on that 4th line, we're going to jump down to the minors and we're going to see how Killer is doing. Put a 1 in the comment below if you think we go check out Killer and if we need to bring him back up. Or a 2 in the comments below if you think that we just leave Killer where he is and let him kind of... And then Comp is going to put one past Knight. So it's a 1-0 game. 1-0 game. So 11-6 on the shots. So I had a visitor here a couple weeks ago, and they were playing this really cool game for the Switch called I think it's called Tamagotchi. Tell me if you heard of that game. It's almost like a Tamagotchi. If you're a 90s kid, you know what a Tamagotchi is. But it's almost like that, but on the Switch. It's really cool. It's like you create the people, and they just like live and talk to each other, and you kind of, control them. I don't know. It's great. It was funny to watch. Let's just put it that way. It was funny to watch. 11:56 to go in the period. It's a 2-0 Florida lead, and I kind of figured Florida would take this one. I'm kind of just sitting back in the chair like, eh. So I noticed too on the bottom left of the screen, baseball scores are rolling through. For those of you who didn't know, Montreal got the win in the hockey game tonight, so congratulations to Montreal. In baseball too, recently, 2 nights ago. Was it 2 nights ago? Might have been 3 nights ago. How about the A's pitcher throwing a no-hitter against the Angels? Goes all the way to the 9th inning. Gets 1 out. Lets a runner on base, so a runner gets on base. They're down 1-0. I'm sorry. The runner, batter gets a hit, breaks up the no-hitter. Next batter hits a home run, a walk-off home run. And the Angels beat the A's 2-0. That was so sad. I was really hoping that the guy would get the no-hitter. I just love seeing a no-hitter, right? I love seeing a no-hitter in baseball. He puts one in the net past Knight. Samoskevich puts one. So we're going to lose 4-0. We're going to get shut out by the Florida Panthers. And I keep wanting to say the Florida Marlins. I'm thinking about the Florida Marlins being my next team on the baseball game. I'm really thinking about doing that. So, I keep throwing that out there. Oh, what am I going to do? Well, I got a little bit more time. So I'm thinking about doing that. We're going to take a look at the 3 stars. We lost 4-0, ladies and gentlemen, here in Game 5 of the episode. TFNC is your player of the game. 29 saves. 1,000 save percentage. So congratulations. He blocked every shot. Or he saved every shot. 2 goals for that guy in the middle, and of course Barkov had a goal. So all Florida in game number 5, and here we go. You know what that means? It is time. It is time for the speed round, which is what I love, because that means we're about an hour and a half into the episode, and I've gotten pretty good about getting to that point in an hour and a half, right? I've definitely gotten better about getting to that point in an hour and a half. I understand that people have things to do. I understand that. You can't sit here listening to my dumbass for 3 hours, right? You got things to do. Even though I do appreciate you doing that. I do. Trust me. I do that. I do. Even if you watch it later on. Okay. Speed round is going to start with the Montreal Canadiens. They come into this one 14, 21, and 3. Let's click over, see where they are in the division. So they're currently 9th in the division. We are 5th in the division. heading into this one. We're going to do this a little bit differently. So instead of going to the main screen and going through all the shit, we're just going to do this. And that's going to give us a little more time at the end of the episode to talk about possibly making any moves, trades, anything like that. So game 1, heading into speed mode. And of course, we'll probably head to a little bit of game 5 against Nashville. Who knows? I might even jump in and play the last period, talk a little bit, and then we'll shut it down, depending on how much time we have. But the Montreal Canadiens are 14, 21, and 3. They are 9th in the Atlantic Division. We are 5th. It's time to see if we can't get a win against them. So, Andrew Peak is on waivers. We're going to pass on him. We get the 4-2 victory. All right, perfect. So we're 18 and 14 on the season with 4 overtime losses. We've got 40 points. 40 points. Last year at this point, we had like 18. Okay, so we were like begging for 60 points on the season. We were already at 40. So this could be I don't want to, put the cart before the horse, or however you say that shit, but this could be the way to go. Next up, the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars. And I have got, as you know, got some fans out there who are Dallas Stars fans. Very even records. They are 18, 15, and 6 heading into this one. We are 18, 14, and 4. Okay. We are currently in 5th place. We go to their division. They are in the Central and are sitting in 3rd place. So if we were in the Central, we'd be sitting pretty. But no, we are here in the Atlantic where teams are good. Maybe our division is just that good. We're gonna go ahead and simulate this one. Let's see if we get a win. Oh, so now we get a trade offer before we get to see if we got a win. They want to give us Bear and Zamula for 2 draft picks. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this one up on the board. Okay, because we're gonna go ahead and jump over here. We're gonna see what these guys bring to the table. So Bear, no, that's not what we want. Bear is an 83 overall right defenseman, and Zamula is a 32 overall left defenseman. So that tells you we got a right defenseman and a left defenseman that we could probably put on that third line. Okay, now that would take the place of Cody. So let me know what you think about this trade in the comments. Okay, let me know what you think. I'd love to know your thoughts because I was talking about this earlier in the episode. We need to kind of, strengthen that last line. Right now we're at 79 and something else, 81. This is a chance to get an 83 and an 82, put them on the third line, and let them run with it. And who knows, one of these guys might pair up with Feeney or Ibarra or one of the Fagans. So let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see if we're going to move forward with this. Alrighty, so we've got a little comment here. So give up picks, but not 2 twos. So do you think we try to work something else out with them? Maybe we drop one of the picks and throw a player in there? And we can try that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and we're going to pull this one. And, I mean, they're still okay with it. But let's see if we can throw a player in there. Who would they be interested in? Is anybody defensively? Well, they must have plenty of defensemen. That's why they want to give it up. But okay, so here we are, and we're going to look at Sergio has a no trade clause. Cody. So I was talking about moving Cody anyway. So we could trade Cody and a second round pick and try to go with that. So let me know what you think about that. Because I don't want to finish. I don't want to complete this and leave everybody out. That's goes against the whole thing, right? I could sit here and do that all day. But so it was give up picks, but not 2 twos, which I like. I don't really want to give up 2 second-round picks, but kind of like with the baseball team, right? It's like we're trying to win now. I mean, this all ends if we could win a Stanley Cup. That's the whole point of this shit. So I don't know if these guys are going to win us a Stanley Cup, but they'll definitely make that defense a little bit stronger. So okay, so trying just to pick. Okay, let's give it a shot. So I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to go for just the 1 pick. So they don't want to do that. So they're not going to go with just a pick. So here's what we're going to do. Let's see if there's another pick that's not a second round pick. So they want a second rounder in 2029, and they wanted a second rounder in 30. So let's see if we can give up a third round pick in 2030. And no, that's not going to happen. Okay, so let's see if there's anybody that they're interested in. Let's see if there's any players that they're interested in. So they are interested in our entire team. Kelly, Lamoureux, Walker, Burns, Kakko, the Professor, Hyman, Johnson. Johnson? Who the hell is Johnson? Swift, Kopitar, Morgan, Olofsson, Holtz. How about Killer? 2 second-round picks for 1 mid to high 80s. So you think we... Oh, okay. Okay, so you mean get somebody from their team that's mid to high 80s. Well, I don't think we can because... Oh, wait a minute. Now we're talking. So this guy is available. Let's see. He has a weird no trade clause though. So Brady Shea, and let's check out his contract. Oh, dude, this guy's old though. I mean, he's not really old. He's got more hair than I do, and it's a little gray, but okay, so and no comments about the hair. I said that, and I regretted it as soon as I said it. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. So they wanted to give us 2 defensemen, right? And they want 2 second-round picks. Oh, you know what? Let's change this up. Shit, I didn't realize that. That's still third. That's still a third-round pick. So let's see if we can give them a... Oh, how about this? Boom. I'll give them 2 trade first-round picks for a really good player. Okay, now we got to back out. So we got to exit this one. I like that idea. Let's see what we got here. So we lost to the Stars. We ended up losing that game to the Stars. So we're through 7 games. We got 3 games left. We got about 25 minutes in the episode. So let's go ahead and go to the trade screen, and we're going to throw our first round picks out there. And we're just going to see what happens if we try to make a move here. So find a trade and draft picks. We have a first rounder this year. And let's see what we get. Okay. So look at his shit. The guy that I just tried to trade for, I tried to give up a second and a third. They want to give me Shea for a first round pick. I'm not giving up the first round pick. I mean, we were pretty good. We were pretty bad last year, right? Oh, no. That'll be for this year. Yeah, that'll be for this year. Marino, another defenseman. They're going to give us a third, their third, and Florida's third next year. So another defenseman for that's Marino, Seattle. McBain, I don't need a center. They want to give us a defenseman, a top 4 defenseman, and a second and third rounder. So a third rounder this year and a second rounder next year. White Cloud as well. Carrier, who can also play. But we need someone on the left side. It's really what we need. We need a left side defenseman. I know we got Haig. So let's see. Shea. Let's see what Shea is. Because they want a first round pick for this dude. But we got to get something else out of this deal, right? We'd have to get something else. So he's a left defenseman. So let's see if we can't get one of their draft picks. Maybe. Kind of sweeten the pot a little bit. Maybe we can get another draft pick here. Because they wanted to give me this guy, but I wanted to give up a second and third round pick. How about if you give me your second? No, they don't want to do that. No, I don't like that. I don't like any of this shit. I don't like any of that shit. Let's try again. Let's give up. Oh, we got a bunch of picks in 2029. I mean, I could throw all my picks out there. Just for shits and gigs. Let's see what we got here. Let's put the Oilers pick in round 2. We'll put the Kraken round 6 pick. We'll put the Rangers pick in round 7. And nobody's interested in that. Okay, let's try that one. So if we trade the Edmonton pick, we got a lot of trades here. Let's see. Pavlik. Anybody good? Gotta look for a high contract. Rossetto. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Voronkov. That's a left winger, though. We don't need another winger. Nemesnikov. Sontag. Olsen. Romaniuk. Martin Zanon. Epperson. Campbell. Labrash. Okay. Yeah, really not too thrilled with what we got. So we're going to wait till the end of the episode. We're going to go back to simming. Simming. Okay. My bad. Okay, sim to the next game. Whalers taking on the St. Louis Blues. And give me a win, baby. We get a win in that one, too. We're at 19, 14, and 5. So we're doing it. Philly. We're heading to Philly, and we're going to decline that. So we're going to head to Philly. Philly is 22, 16, and 3. Urson in net. We've got Spencer Knight in net. And we are 19, 14, and 5. Trying to get 20 wins on the season. Taking on a good Philly team. And we lose. Of course we do. Philly's a good team. So time to take on the Predators. Predators are 19, 17, and 2. We are 19, 15, and 5. We just spent, I don't know, the last 7 minutes trying to make a freaking trade with the Predators. They were trying to give me 2 defensemen. Then they were trying to give me Shea, who I didn't take, and maybe I should have. But they wanted a first-round pick. I don't want to give up a first-round pick for a 30-something-year-old defenseman. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I don't really want to do that. So I'd love to get a defenseman who's going to grow. That would be the best thing, most ideal thing for us. But okay, so we're 19, 15, and 5, taking on the Predators. We're 19, 17, and 2. Ville Husso between the pipes for the Predators in this one. Spencer Knight will be holding it down again. So he's gotten better as we've gone on. 29 games played, 13 wins, .90 save percentage. And his goals against average, ladies and gentlemen, has dropped below 3. So congratulations to Spencer Knight. All right, now the most disturbing thing is, now either we're playing so good that our points are spread out, or we're just not scoring a whole lot, and that's why Jimmy is still holding on to his scoring lead. Definitely holding on to his scoring lead for the episode. So congratulations to Jimmy. Big round of applause for Jimmy Jam. And who knows, he might be getting the player of the episode, but I really think that's going to be Big Surge. I think Big Surge is going to get player of the episode. Okay, so we're heading into game number 10 tonight. We are an hour and 42 minutes into tonight's episode. We usually go for about 2 hours. 2 hours. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to slow sim. We're going to slow sim this one. And then maybe we'll jump in and watch a little bit to end it off. Feel free to throw comments up on the board. We're still talking about trades. But I think the thing is that the Fanatic gets a little impatient, see, because he's sitting here and he's talking about it, and the comments come in after the fact. They definitely come in after the fact, because I think I'm a couple seconds, or you're hearing me a couple seconds behind. So then I realize I have to sit here a little bit longer. And they scored 2 goals right out of the gate. It is 2-0, about 14 minutes to go in period number 1. All right, we need our 20th win. We need our 20th win. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Fight for it. Go get it. Go get it. We need that 20th win. Kelly puts one in the net on the power play. Absolutely loving that. And then Albie Kubel, former Whaler, puts one in. And it's 3-1. So Spencer Knight is getting absolutely worked here in period number 1 of this game. But hopefully we can get something going here. Hopefully we can get something going here in period number 2. And it's the Professor. Woo! Coming out of nowhere. We have not heard anything from the Professor in a while. Lind puts one in the net, so it's a 4-2 game. And then Albie Kubel comes through again for the Preds. Now 5-2. 5 minutes to go in the period. 4 minutes to go. 5-2 Predators as we make our way into period number 3. And bet. I think it's going to be no fear. I think no fear is going to get us a goal here in period number 3. It's going to be no fear right here on the power play. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, he gets nothing. We get nothing on that power play. Nothing on the power play. So 7 minutes to go here in the period. We go on a power play again. We're not going to score 3 goals. We're not going to score 3 goals. And I'm like the most negative. I'm so negative. When I play this game with this team, I'm like glass half empty all day. Glass half empty all day. So we dropped the 10th game of the episode 5-2 to the Nashville Predators. They pick up their 20th win on the season. And we pick up our 15th loss, I believe. But that's okay. Not an awful episode. This is all Predators. We don't even want to see that shit. We're going to continue out of this. We'll sim to the next game. But we are done. So Hartford player Connor Burns has been injured with a separated shoulder. That cannot be good for this club. We are not going to see him until March. We are not going to see him until March. So now comes a big decision. Now comes a big decision. Absolutely. You know what? Isaac Morgan is going to jump into that spot. He's going to be on the third line with Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly has been on the third line all episode long. All episode long. Power play. Okay, so we're just going to leave that as is. So Morgan will join Kelly on the third line with Connor going out with the separated shoulder. So we went 5-3-2 in the episode. 5-3-2 in tonight's episode. Really important, most important thing is to go ahead and take a look and see who our players of the game player of the night was. We're gonna go with Sergio. I'm just gonna say Sergio. Not really gonna dive into this too much. Looking at his last 10 games, Sergio, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points for the big guy. That's our player of the night. Congratulations to Mr. Sergio for his player of the night. Big round of applause for Sergio, player of the night tonight. Awesome performance. And let's head back to the studio. So back inside the studio, Sergio's your player of the night. The team managed to get 5 wins and 2 overtime losses, so that's not bad. We got 12 points. We got ourselves 12 points. Yeah. So we asked for 10, we got 12. All right, and we finished the episode we're currently in 5th place, so that's good stuff. So I think we really need to think about trades and what we want to do here moving forward. So it got a little bit hectic there at the end. I started looking at trades for some defensive players. Got to really try to kind of strengthen that defense a little bit, especially down there on the third pair. So if you're watching this later on, go ahead, throw your comments in the box. Let me know a good defenseman you think maybe we can get. We do have some draft picks that we can trade. We've got some draft picks that don't even belong to us. We've got an Edmonton pick. We do have a Rangers pick, and there was somebody else too. So there's some picks out there that we can definitely move around. And let's see. I'm going to go to the GM's office real quick since we've got about 10 minutes before I got to be out of here tonight. But let's go ahead and just throw something up there, right? We'll throw something up there and see if it sticks. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go in, and I don't really feel comfortable trading my first overall pick, but I do have an Edmonton second round pick. So let's go ahead and throw our second round pick on the board and see what we get offered. We get 26 offers. So people want to make moves, but the thing is, they're not giving us anything worth looking at. No defenseman. That's what we really need. There's one top 6 defenseman, but I think we're going to pass on him. We can get Tyler Toffoli, another right winger. I mean, we do need a right winger now that Connor Burns is going to be out until March. Tyler Toffoli can score. We're just giving up a second round pick. We already have a second round pick, so we could get rid of the pick and get Toffoli on the team. Lundestrom. So I mean, basically Connor's out for a good part of the season with that injury. CC is a defenseman. We could get him and pick up a pick in the 2030 draft. We've got Mantha, another right winger. We can use him on that third line. And then we get another 4th round pick. Or we can take, this is goofy. I don't get this. So we can take their 4th round pick and Mantha, or we can take their 3rd round pick and Mantha. And I think it does that because of the value of the trade. We've got an opportunity to get a goalie. I really don't want a goalie. Defenseman, center, another defenseman. This is the guy they already tried to trade us. Now they want to give us him, so him alone. Okay, that could work. Bear, now they want to give, so they're trying to split it up. So before it was 2 for 2 picks, now it's 1. Montreal wants to make a trade. Joseph, we can get Joseph. Get Zuccarello. That would be a nice little, he'd be a nice little piece to the puzzle. Let's see what he's done so far this year. Zuccarello, and we get a pick from the Kings. Zuccarello, 11 goals, 13 assists. He's a depth forward, so not really, I don't think he's playing much, only 10 minutes per game. So looking like he's probably playing more 4th line minutes than anything else. So let's go back, and we'll go back to the trade block. Oh, yeah, I forgot you can do this shit, too. So there are some... Yeah, so we could kind of just scan it that way, too, but... Okay, so, I mean... I really do think we're going to have to probably make a move to either fill the void left by Connor. He's going to be gone for 2 months. He's going to be gone for 2 months. Or we need to get that 3rd line of the defense a little more solid. And there's definitely teams out there that want to trade us a defensive player. So we could find some overalls in the between 85 and 88 and see if somebody wants to make a trade. And that's easy enough to do. So we just go ahead and search. And I don't want to search every single freaking player. But let's go here. We'll drag this back a little bit, and we'll search here. Let's see if, yeah, that's pretty close to what we want, right? And we're looking for defensemen. in that high 80s to mid 80s, right? How about Darren Paul? We traded him, and what's he done since we traded him? He's playing for Edmonton, right? He's playing for Edmonton since we made the trade. Let's see what he's done so far on the season. In 40 games with Edmonton this year. So we traded him last season. So far this year, he has 13 points. He's playing, what's his ice time looking like? 22 minutes a game. So he's playing some top line minutes. We could make a deal for him. You know? He was good for us. I mean, even though his highest point season was 24, that was in season 2 of the experiment. And he was a hard one to get rid of. I really didn't want to get rid of him, but I did. What else do we have here? We've got, these are all mid-80s. We're talking mid-80s. Middleton, he's a tough guy. Shea Hamilton from the Devils. Looking for the left side, right? Matheson, Zub. Pellick. Pellick's an 82 now at this point. Let's see what the Islanders would be willing to do if we can get Pellick. I'm an Islanders fan. I'd love to try to get frickin' Pellick. We'll go see what these boys want real quick before we shut this baby down for the night. Oh, he's got a no trade clause, and he's injured. Okay, hold on a second. So I think he's injured, but that's okay. I mean, is he though? Yeah, so he's injured right now. Let's go ahead and take a look. See if it'll tell me what's wrong with him. So he's currently out. But I think that's okay. Adam Pellick on the season, he's played in 40 games. He's got 23 minutes on the ice per game. Let's see what he did last season for the Isles. Only 17 points. Really, defensively, I wouldn't mind to have him. I really wouldn't mind to have him. Throw him down on that third line. He's 34. Be like one season. Let's say. Who else we got? I like this kid too. He plays for the Islanders. Yeah, not really much. So, but that's the idea. So we can kind of fool around with this probably next week to kind of start the episode. Oh, who would I rather have, Pellick or Paul? Shoot, man. I mean, I'd like to have Paul back. I mean, I traded him, and I to be quite honest with you, I don't even remember why we traded him. But he was on the top line with you, with No Fear. He was on the top line with No Fear. I think he kind of bounced around there on the top pair and the second pair. So you know what? Let's just see what they would want from us. If we went and tried to get Darren back, get the old band back together, he's got a no move clause. So there's nothing I can't even get him if I wanted him. I can't even get him if I want him. Nah, Hyman, I don't think we're going to move Hyman. Hyman had a hat trick in this episode. So he's just starting to come into his own here with this club. I don't think we want to trade him. So Darren signed a massive deal. He signed a massive deal. So they know what the hell they're doing in Edmonton because they're going to keep him. Signed him with a no-move clause for 4 seasons. So congratulations to Darren Paul. Who else was on this club that is out there? Oh, I traded Paul for Hyman. Okay, good memory, dude. I don't fucking remember. Sorry, I just cussed like that. Yeah, I don't really remember. Kirkish is gone. So I don't know where Kirkish ended up. Let's see. See, now, the thing about these guys is when I created them with these high values. No, I don't want to see every damn player. Maybe I do, because they'll show me the highest ones first. So let's sort this out. So Sergio is one of the top ranked. He's in the top 10. He's in the top 10 defensemen in the league. Currently ranked 9th. Gavin Kirkish playing for the Predators. No wonder why they beat us so bad. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can, if they want to trade, because they were trying to give me 2 other defensemen. So maybe that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to. I love this part. This part of the game is kind of fun. So we're gonna go Predators. That would be in Nashville. And he has a no-move clause. So check that shit out, man. These teams are picking up our players and then just locking them into contracts. And that's the smartest thing to do. Mr. Fetto's still here since we traded him. Oh, he's having a good season. 21 goals, 10 assists. The only other person that I can remember who would have been on that first season was Blake. So let's go ahead and see where Blake is now. Blake is playing for the Chicago Blackhawks. He's a good right winger. He was our 3rd line, right? And look at his. I swear to God, if he has a no move clause, I'm gonna lose it. He has 31 points in 40 games. He's just. Oh my God. They got him locked in for 6 seasons. No move, no trade in the last 3 seasons. So I have no patience. The Fanatic has no patience. And that's why we are where we are. It's all about letting the garden grow. Let the garden freaking grow, right? Plant the seeds, watch them grow. And instead I was trading half of these freaking dudes away, man. And, oh, Blake breaking my heart. Okay, the only other one that I remember was, of course, let's see, let's see, if this guy is killing it too, I'm just going to freaking lose it. Oh, I just deleted it. You probably saw it pop up on the screen, but. Okay, Taven is with the Kings. Playing left wing. He's only playing 9 minutes a game. 6 goals, 4 assists. Never really took off. He never really took off. Look at his career stats. He did have 23 points in year 1 and 2. Only played 30 games in year 3 with the Whalers. We let him go. We didn't trade him. We let him go. Yeah. So he left the Whalers. He went to the Kings. Got 8 points in his first season there. Got 10. So not really anything to write home about right there. So, I mean, the good thing is my guys leave and they're successful, right? Blake goes to the Blackhawks. He's killing it. Feddo's been good since we traded him. The very first person we ever traded. Darren Paul, he's got a freaking no trade clause. Kirkish is locked in. So I think we hold on to these dudes. And, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we just ride this one out with the club that we have. Maybe we just ride this one out. So, okay. So that's going to do it for tonight. Comments, trade comments, how we can do things different on the lines. If you watch me on the replay, comment. Let me know what you think. I'd love to see some comments. I barely ever get any. I get a lot when I'm doing a show, but I don't get a lot after the fact. Of course, be sure to like, subscribe, get notified every time I post a video or I post a short. Okay. I try to be as funny as I can without being disrespectful, which is kind of hard, but yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, let me know you're here. I'm still pushing to try to get some of my East Coast friends to watch or comment or let me know that they're checking it out. Okay, I post it. I'll send everything, share it on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. But if you do happen to click on, check in, let me know. I'd love to know that you're here, and I'd love to try to get 2 or 3 of you live so we can get that conversation rolling. All right, so next week's episode, we've got a lot going on, okay? This team is starting to climb the ladder. We're making our way up to the top of the Atlantic Division, we're going to say. And we're hoping to lock in a playoff spot. Now, we did lose our wild card spot as we made our way through tonight's episode. We've got a lot of good games next week. So be sure to join me next week right here inside the cave. And of course, before we head out, make sure that until next week, you're taking care of yourself and those around you. Don't be negative. Try to be as positive as you can. And just have a great week. Monday we'll be live. It is a holiday, so we will, of course, honor the holiday. But we will be playing baseball as the Montreal Expos on American holiday. But, I mean, it is what it is. So join me for Montreal Monday. We'll be right here. Derek Jeter continues to lead the way for the Expos on our Monday show. And, of course, we're back here for Whaler Wednesday. I do have some shit happening on Thursday next week, so don't know how long I'll actually be here. Might only do 5 games because might have to do early sleepies for the Fanatic. But anyway, with all that being said, I have tired myself out and I've probably bored you to tears now. So have a great night, and I will see you next week here on Whaler Wednesday, right here inside the cave.